posted. Uh, I have been hard at work on my map, plus my real life issues, job, etc. My back isn't that great, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon too. Um, right now, my game is actually harvesting. I've got a helper working on a customized homer for Farm Simulator, and we are on my map for Robillard Flats that has been completely gone through. For the most part, you really won't see very many big changes, but let's tab off from this guy and go to something else. But you'll see there's been a lot of equipment customized. This is a tanker that has been customized. There's customized equipment all over the farm, including customized headers for that homer that now do a new crop called strawberries that I have added. But let's get out of this truck and let's go over to this one. And we're going to detach the trailer. I haven't done anything to this, I just got into this one. As far as the back of the farm, I'll show you a few things. If you look inside the big red building, if you've played this map before, there's some new storage containers in here for seeds, fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, digestate, and slurry. There's some workers, or some people just walking around randomly. There's a dog that's chasing a cat, and if you just heard that, there's eagles flying around and seagulls. I've done quite a bit of different things here. Here's on the outside. See the places where you pick up the product that you dump on the inside, seeds, whatnot. Papa Smurf modding made me a custom fuel system where you can drop off your fuel and reload without it charging you, because there's places around the map where you now make fuel in abundance. This is all the same. I borrowed this from another map. It's a composter that takes fuel and it has a whole different setup to it, where right here, when it's making compost, it'll drop a pile of it, and you can either scoop it up with a front end loader or anything with a bucket on the front, or you can go over where that spout is right over here, and it'll let you load it into a trailer. This is all the same. Let's go to the front of the farm. Actually, let's go back over here because I did make some other changes. I added some more horses. There's a few black ones in there now, and I fixed a couple of horses that were not where they belong. They were up in the air, whatever. I changed out the seed mixers, or the food mixers, I mean. Now the pig food and the cow food are made with these mixers instead, which are much better set up. People have less issues. And there's another custom trailer that I have modified. Grass textures have all been changed, as you can see here. I've adjusted the signboard for the new crop for strawberries. And chickens are all lined up in a row as usual. There was a floating toolbox. I don't know why it was floating. In multiplayer, it's not floating, but it is in single player. Like I said, I changed all the grass textures here. I changed the front sign. There was a wagon that was over in front of the building there. I made it a little bigger, lifted the sign up, put it in there, moved all the flowers, put them in there, made it look nicer. I added a tree to the front yard. I changed the way the mailbox looked, so there's no longer a mailbox inside the tractor. The tractor is the mailbox. Let me see if I can go over here. Let's get out of the truck. If you look right here, these are called Black-Eyed Susans. That's something that was not in the map. These are pictures of actual Black-Eyed Susans that I found online and brought them into one of the decoration types. Let's see, let's go this way first. I happen to like this little truck, although it's not really surfer friendly. Let's see, maybe we can fix that somehow. I didn't make the mods themselves. I made the map, but I didn't make the mods. I just modified the mods. Yeah, this truck's going a little slower than I like. But let's take you down here. Not much has really changed this way per se, although in this version of the map there are less sawmills. There's only one main sawmill now. But here we are at the lake. Like I said, I changed the grass because, yeah, the grass is covering the picnic tables. But out there in the lake, I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a guy in a fishing boat. And he moves around the lake, just slowly moving around, floating while he's fishing. All the orchards that were here are now gone. It's a new field. This road leads over to that field, and that's as far as it goes. It used to lead to a sawmill, and that sawmill is gone. Now, there are two versions of this map. There's this version, which is going to be private and only available for those that join my Discord server. That's the only way you're ever going to get this map. Out there somewhere is another little surprise. I won't say what, because you won't see it until you get to it. Just something that I added just because I thought it was funny. The big area for placeables is still here. If we go out onto this road, you'll see, if you played this map before, the original version, this led to a sawmill, which is no longer here. It's now a big field. You see it out there through the trees. There's a big field out here now. Oops, hit a tree. It's now a big field. So our total field count, I think, if I remember right, is up to 42 or 43. Nope, 41 fields. You can see there's a new field here, new field here, a new one here, and a new one here. And some of these fields, like this one here, this has been added. That's a new field. This one here is one that's already been here. This here grass area has been extended. Sawmill is still up there, the main sawmill. So we'll go down here, and we've got our little pond down here, little campground type thing. There's our little campground. There's some benches out there and some picnic tables. And the guy out here fishing on the dock with his dog. A couple of benches to sit there. View the scenery. Alright, let's go this way. Backtrack a little bit here. The BGAs have been changed up a little bit. And I'll show you that as we drive into it. Normally these things were making just fuel. Now this one here is now making liquid fertilizer. There's your fuel output, and that's where your input is for silage. It goes in, and it also makes regular fertilizer. I've added a little doggy over here too. Just slowly walk across the parking lot, he ain't in no hurry. I changed all the silage bunkers to fermenters. These make silage and digestate. The rest of this has all stayed the same. All the big silos have been edited. They all now take strawberry. This building is all the same. Nothing has changed here. This field back here has gotten a little bit bigger. Goes down around the corner a little ways. For the most part, up this way has stayed mostly the same. Just little minor things that are fixed or whatnot. Grass added. A few floating trees that were found were fixed. Although I seem to have an issue on this map. Wood trees, after you fix them, they still seem to want to come out of the ground. Don't know why, but they do. So let's go on up here. Oh, got a little air. Go over here real quick. Still have our tree farm. And this one here produces Christmas trees. Got all little Christmas trees all throughout here. And you add in the proper things, just like any other orchard, and it produces a pallet of Christmas trees. Which I still haven't gotten very good at the graphics for it, but that is what the pallet produced looks like. They're little Christmas trees, all wrapped up, whatever. They don't look very good, but I'm not a 3D modeler. If I was, you'd see a lot of different things here. Damn it, I hit that post. I gotta learn how to drive this truck apparently. Little house there for the person that takes care of the trees. And up here we just got the same things we had before. We got our gas station and our little restaurant that where you can sell your eggs and sell your extra fuel if you or milk. And I don't know if anybody else had noticed this before, but I completely rebuilt this entire distillery. I moved all the input triggers out because they were conflicting with each other. And this is a problem the original mod had. I changed the product outputs to a product made in Vermont called Whistle Pig. And of course I love rum, so it makes Captain Morgan's rum. Now we're going to go up Mink Farm Road here. And if anybody remembers, there's a little campground up here. Nice little lake up on the side of the mountain. Campers can, go up here and enjoy a little camping out in the wilderness. Maybe do a little fishing or pick some mushrooms or whatever. And the lights do turn on at night. They're not very bright, but it's supposed to be a campground. Not supposed to be very bright. And we're going to come around the corner here. Keep going up the road. Good place to sell your grain type crops, your slurry, things like that, manure. Come out here. Nothing's really changed out here, but I'm going to show you anyway. I probably could have used a faster truck than this, but you got houses up here on the side of the mountain. More houses all the way around here. There's houses. We got another great big area for grass. And here's another building. All the doors work. They all go up and down. I hate maps when I get on them and they're big buildings or don't have doors that work. And let's see over here. Try to give you a little overlook. I don't remember which house has the best one, but you're living up on the side of a mountain. You you got a little bit of a view here all the way out through. The view distances, of course, have been reset, so or the clip distance, I should say, so you can't see everything on the other side of the map like you used to. And my pool has grass in it, oh well. But they got a pretty good little view here, you know. See if I can get out of here without running into a whole bunch of trees. Alright, let's continue on our journey. Back down the road here. All the custom mods as well, they'll all be available. But bear in mind, I did not make them. I just modified them. In some cases, I really modified them. But if I didn't modify them, I had help from gentlemen like Papa Smurf. He's helped me out quite a bit on a few things. And I want everybody to keep your thoughts, you know, on Papa and his family, because Papa's actually really sick. And I hope he stays with us for a long time to come, but we never know. Alright, here's one of the two maple syrup places. This has not changed, it's the same. Makes the same stuff, liquid gold. There's our big mountain field. This is one of the crops I've changed. I think this is sunflower. Yeah, these are all sunflowers. You see how big they are now compared to what they used to be. They used to be little stunted looking things. I modified them. They all look like big sunflowers now. As a sunflower should. So let's go around this way. There's the old homestead, the sell point. There was a logging place up here. I moved the big building to store stuff out from there and put it over here on the corner so you can store all your stuff. And yes, there is mud on the map. And this was another big logging area. I made the opening bigger and turned it into a big field. Jesus, my truck got muddy in here. Probably gonna need a bath. Let's continue on down through. We'll make a loop of the map and maybe we'll see some of the crops that have changed or possibly even some that I've added. Which all I've added was strawberries. I'd like to add some more and I may yet. Why am I hitting my brakes? This particular one likes to do that every so often on the map. And it's not just on this map, it does it on other maps. There's the big grass field out there, hayfield, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to go to farm number 2. This farm has had a few minor changes to it. There's a milk house now, and this little piece of concrete on the ground right here, that is for picking up the milk from these cows, which is something that you've never been able to do before. I worked with someone and we made up a mod that will get the milk from the second set of cows. That's a placeable and you have to put it on the mat. I have added this. This is for silage. It's a bunker. I've added this building to store equipment or bales or whatever you like to store in it. Everything else here has pretty much remained the same. I added a worker here. There's the pond out back with a guy out there fishing with his dog again. Still produce wool here, of course. I added a cat that's running around right there. You can probably see him coming toward the screen. There he is. He just runs in a great big circle. And of course these animals, Actually, I'll show you something else here. I did have the water mod installed, if you hadn't noticed. If I get over here. Right now it's telling me there's no water in it. I hit R and it fills the water up. Alright, let's go over here. There's the farmhouse for the second farm. This is Mackenzie Meats. This is where you take your cows and your sheep and your pigs to butcher them. Mackenzie is a Vermont product, of course. Yeah, we're going to go up this way. You'll see there's a lot of things that have been shuffled around or moved or replaced. They're just removed. Not a lot, just a few. These buildings are all the same. Still all the same. But I added a apple orchard here, which come from a different spot on the map. So now you have it over here. Alright, I want to look here real quick to see if anybody else. Nope, there's no strawberries being grown on the map right now. That is strawberries right there. I should have had some growing so you could see it. Unless you want to watch a very long video, it's not going to happen right now. Alright, let's head on up through. Got two big fields here. If you take a left, it goes back toward the farm. We're going to take a right. Now, there used to be a Walmart on this map. It's now gone. I removed it. See a little purple there? Those are new flowers. I do not remember if this is on the original map or not, but I'll show you in a second. I changed out all the original things and put these in for your water, which is free on this map. You never have to pay for any water on this map. But that has liquid fertilizer, regular fertilizer, and seeds in there. That you do have to pay for if you use them. But you should never have to pay for any of that if you take a little bit of time right at the start and start making your seed. Alright, as you can see here on the sign, it's been changed. Down underneath Robillard Flats, it says strawberry. Alright, let's go out this way. There's a big pond out here. I really would like to find a thing that adds ducks or geese or whatnot and add some of those to the map. I may yet do so before I'm done editing. But for the most part, this map is done. It only has a few small errors. Oh, there's a seagull up there. There's a couple of them. They're just randomly all over the place in the map. And what do you know? The Walmart is gone. In its place is a nice big old field. Now we'll go around this way. We're going to head toward the original sawmill. And my truck is stopping again. I'm sick of this truck already. I like it, but it bothers me. This BGA is set up almost the same as the other one. It's even got a dog. There used to be a blacktop road right here that led down to one of the production sides of the original sawmill setup over here. And as you can see, it is, at the moment, it's a big field of hops. Yep, it is a big field of hops at the moment. And to give you an idea of the crops, a lot bigger than they used to be. Alright, let's go around to the sawmill so you can see the changes over here. Alright, this this is the one and only sawmill on the entire map now. We still have the original building. This is where the input is for everything to make the sawmill work. You put in your wood chips and you put your logs in here. It's the only place you need it to put them in. And over here, well, over there, you make board pallets, which are now nothing but a product you sell. I moved the original one over from the farm over to here, so that one doesn't take any fuel if anybody needs that. This building right here is new, and it makes your barrels and your pallets that you need for everything else. This one over here is where you sell your wood if you just want to sell your timber. Wood chipper hasn't changed. In here we have a mod that I was given. This is not the original mod, but is what I turned it into right here. You see it's got wheels with chains on them. It says cat on it. This is not the way this mod originally comes. It has been completely modified. The colors have all been changed. Decals have been added. And a new set of tires and chains have been added. And that right there will cut any tree on this map. It does not matter what type of tree it is. It'll cut every single one. Whether it's a regular forest tree or a popular tree out on the side of the road down here. It cuts them all. And that mod is completely customized by me and only available through me privately because it's not my original mod. Actually, right now it's not available to anybody but me. I have not given it to anybody yet. It'll be part of the mod pack for this map, which will also be available privately through my Discord. I'm sorry, folks, but this hasn't changed any. This is all the same. This is all the same. The only thing I did here was remove a few things. The dealership has remained mostly untouched. I just removed a couple pieces of equipment to try to lessen the lag down that some people have. Only a couple. And if you remember right, this is all productions and whatnot through here. Now it's all big fields. Until you get up here. The Happy Hippie is still here. But the McDonald's has been moved. The Slow Soja or soy milk place, whatever you want to call it, has been removed completely from the map. I don't know if anybody that actually really uses that thing. It's rather pointless in my opinion. Alright, first stop is going to be the dairy. The dairy has been rebuilt. It still has the same functions, still takes milk, still makes product, but as you can see, there's only one big building and a bunch of towers now. And be careful while you're running around here, you might get bit by a snake. Don't know where he is right now. He's floating around somewhere. Alright, we're back in the biodiesel place. Has the same product outputs. Oh, look out, there's a snake underground. See him? There. A little snake. Might try to bite you. Careful. Now the only changes here are the inputs. It now takes corn and straw as well as canola. Why? Because they make fuel out of that stuff, so I don't know so much about the straw. They definitely do make it out of corn. Alright, go around the corner here. Oops, almost forgot. Back up. Alright, here's our brewery. The difference here is it's, well, single building. A lot of room given back to the forest. Product input is the same for a single product because that's all you make now is cases. You don't no longer make kegs. But it takes barley and hops and water. Nothing else has changed. Except for now there's only one gate in and one gate out on the other side. When there used to be 3. Alright. Let's come around here. Give the truck a bath. Let's wash the truck. I've got a lot of time into this edit of this map to try to make it look, as good as it should, or as good as I can, given my skills. I have had some help, and one of my biggest helpers lately has been Papa Smurf. He's really given me some good pointers and helped me do a lot of things that I didn't think I could do myself. And he showed me how to do things that I didn't know I could do myself. Now I can do that. For that, I can't thank him enough. And like I said, he's really sick right now, and I kind of worry for him. Hopefully he'll be okay, but I don't know. I'd also like to thank my testers, Joe and Linda, or Joe Dog as he's called, and his wife. They've been taking this, putting on a server, and seeing what's broken, where the errors are, so I can make this as server friendly as possible. The file size is still a little large, and Papa Smurf, if he's feeling better, may help me with that too. Almost done with the car wash. I'm not going to keep this video too long though. I'm just going to show you the rest of the farm. And what I'll do is I'll pull up a screenshot here so you can see what the strawberries look like, since there's none growing at the moment. This is almost done. I'd like to add alfalfa and clover to the map, and I may still, I don't know yet, that might be for something future, somewhere down the road. But time is getting near for the new game to be coming out, and then I'll be starting all over, rebuilding this map for that game. So, alright, out that way, nothing has changed too drastically. I'll take you out there, but the apple orchard is still here. The rest of them are all gone. The field has gotten bigger, just like the other ones. This is the same, nothing's changed here. Still the same building. Just added an input for strawberry. Let's go down here. Maple syrup is still the same. Those buildings are still the same. Nothing has really changed down on this end of the map. So we're going to turn her around. Head back in the other direction and go back toward the farm. He should be done harvesting his potatoes by now. I have no idea what that was about. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, come on, truck. Get rid of that window so you can see. Sorry. And I have not cheated to earn that money. That is from selling all the equipment. Well, I kind of cheated. I bought my equipment, which has been seriously adjusted. It's not free, it's just been adjusted. Alright, this truck is really annoying me. I'm going to have to find another truck mod that works better and looks as good. That's the problem with this truck mod. It looks really key, really cool. But yeah, it's not very fast. I mean, I could make it faster, technically, so I may do that. Let's get down here. Oh, wait, let's show you the corn. This is how the corn looks now. Let's see if I can scroll in here a little bit. As you can see, there's little ears of corn on there now. See that little ear of corn in the middle? It's much taller, so it looks good. Actually, there's another crop. Let's see if it's on here. See if anybody's growing our special crop here. Whoops, wrong way. Cannabis. 13 always has cannabis. Alright. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go over here. And this is what our strawberries look like. As you can see, the Homer's harvesting it. It's got a custom header just for strawberries. And the only way you're going to ever harvest these if you have this map is with this Homer in that header. If you do not have that, whoops, that's not what I want to do. Just want to minimize it. If you do not have that header, you're not going to harvest it. And if you don't have that harvester, you're not going to harvest it. So you will need that mod either way. And it looks like the worker is done harvesting the potatoes. Potatoes or taters or whatever. This is another trailer that's been modified. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Open her up. Come over here and empty what I can of it out. Hey, you left the lights on. What a dick. Not close enough. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's close enough. Let's empty it out. Then I can take you around in this truck, which works a little better than that one does. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Let's go see if we can find field 13, see if it's got the cannabis crop. Alright, yep, it does. Let's pull off here real quick. And here's our special crop, cannabis. Whoa, a little too close there. As you can see, it's got the little leaves, everything, just like the real one. It's got buds on it. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. And we're going to take a ride down this way since nothing over the other way has changed. Why didn't that guy plant that side of the field? I don't know. That's a little weird. I don't own that field yet. The farmer owns that field and he didn't even plant his whole field. But there's other custom equipment too that I just haven't picked up yet. But it's out here on the map. We'll come down here. And this is where the greenhouses are. Although, oh look, there's only 3 now. I haven't started them up yet either. This is a fairly fresh save since I've been making some major edits and had to change a bunch of stuff. But now it's pretty well done so I can play it. And that, folks, is basically the map. Custom cedars. Right there, this is Robillard Flats on the back. Another custom trailer there. Customized headers. A customized John Deere, which was originally a New Holland. Whoops, what's happening with my camera there? But that was a mod made by Eagle, I can't remember, 5 something or whatever. And I modified it. That trailer's been modified. Actually, you know what? I need potatoes over here. Alright, which one of these takes potatoes? Oh, which one is it? This one. I gotta grow some sunflowers too, I see. I'll get some of them going here in a little bit. All these cedars that you're seeing here on the map, they've also been modified to seed everything. One cedar does everything on this map. That one there is a 30 meter right there. And the one over, well, let's go around this way. The one over here is a 50 meter. This will not be released for a while until I figure out the bugs in it. It's got a few errors, but it works. It just has errors. Yeah, there's a bird flying overhead. There's a chirping. Oh, chickens lined up in a row again. And that, folks, is the map. I hope you enjoy it if you come to my channel to download it. But yeah, it's taken me a long time to get to this point. Here's this way you can see what the crops are. Wheat, canola, soybeans, potatoes, oilseed radish, which is just a fertilizer, grass, barley, sunflowers, corn, sugar beet, poplar, which nobody uses, sugarcane, which is not part of the sugarcane download content. It's just on this map. Oat, cotton, millet, mustard, peanut, triticale, cannabis, hops, coffee, rye, rice, Sudan grass, sorghum, black bean, carrot, grape, onion, and strawberry. Those are the current crops. There may be two more in the future, but until then, that's what we have. Uh, I don't know what's next in the future. We'll see. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good day, and I'll catch you later.